Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan Cunningham, aka PJ at the Point, and today we're going to be talking about Mr. Pibb and the 10 Commandments. Now, I know that may sound like an odd combination, but see, this is something that God spoke to me through my everyday life. It just happened to involve Mr. Pibb. Not that Mr. Pibb is a spiritual soda or anything like that, but check out the story. So there was this one time that I was at the old church, and if you don't know, I'm the student pastor at Connection Point Church, and we had this old building that had been added on to numerous times, right? So it was a maze and it was crazy. And so I was really thirsty, and I had a long time to think about how thirsty I was by the time that I got to the basement and where the fridge was. So I get there, I open up the door, and there is only Mr. Pibb in the fridge. And Mr. Pibb has always been one of my least favorite sodas that I've ever tried in my whole entire life. If I asked you, do you like Mr. Pibb? And you said, yes, I like Mr. Pibb, I'm not even sure if we can be friends, right? Like literally that's where I was with that, because I didn't have an understanding of the soda, how people could like it, or what the flavor was. So the fridge door is open, and I've been standing there for, I don't know, probably, it seemed like about 10 minutes. It was probably about 15 seconds. And how I was raised is, if it's in the fridge, if you're thirsty enough, you'll drink it, right? So I'm just staring at it and just going, man, what in the world is going on? And then I noticed something for the very first time. As you can see on the bottle, right below artificially flavored, I already knew it was artificially flavored. No one needed to tell me that, but it says spicy cherry soda. So what did I do? I popped it open, took a drink, and sure enough, it is a spicy cherry soda. That's exactly how to describe it. And so then whenever I understood it, guess what? I accepted it. I was like, man, you know what? Maybe people who like Mr. Pibb and I actually can be friends. Maybe I can trust their taste buds because they have an understanding of what this is. It just took me forever to figure it out, right? Now, I know most of you are probably watching this video going, what in the world does spicy cherry soda, Mr. Pibb, and the 10 Commandments have to do with each other? Well, for me, it was just perspective. You know, a lot of times whenever I hear people who aren't Christians talk about Christianity, or new Christians, or people who have been in Christianity a long time and are miserable, you know, they like to talk about how this is a giant rule book, and that you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that, you know, and I'm going, well, I actually see it a little bit differently. And so that's the reason why that I go back to one of the most basic teachings that, you know, that little children learn is the 10 Commandments, right? And it's like, even the 10 Commandments, I actually see as freeing, and it's not a bunch of rules or laws, but it's actually telling us what to do as much as what not to do. I don't know, some of you are going, bro, it says thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. Okay, check this out. If you look at the opposite of thou shalt not, it's thou shall, right? And I know that's kind of an old language, but that's just kind of how I learned the 10 Commandments. So for example, you shouldn't lie, right? Don't lie. You shouldn't steal, don't steal. But whenever I look at those, and if I look at the opposite of what it's saying as well, it's actually telling me as much what to do as much as what not to do. Thou shalt not kill, right? Well, that means that we're actually called to give life. All right. If someone says thou shalt not steal, we're actually called to give. If the Bible says that thou shalt not put another God before our God, you know what that means? We just put God first. And if you start thinking about these things and all the things that we can do and all the freedom in this, I firmly believe that then we'll be able to walk out our Christianity and not worry as much about, oh, these are just can'ts, or this is just one big rule book, because we'll be so busy doing the things that the Bible, even the 10 Commandments, has instructed us to do, that we don't have time to worry about all the things that we can't do. And again, as long as we're walking and talking with Christ, and we're praying and we're doing all these things, man, God is going to do something amazing and incredible as far as transformation in our lives called sanctification. And then a lot of the stuff that we before thought, like, I can't believe that I can't do that, man, because our heart changes, you know, we become a new creature, our desires change. All of a sudden it's way easier to do that as far as walking out the things, and it becomes more natural for us not to want to do those things because we have Christ inside of us, and we have the love of Christ inside of us, which does what? It does the opposite as far as what the 10 Commandments tell us not to do. I truly hope that this video has helped you, even though I know it's kind of a silly example as far as the Mr. Pibb, but it's actually real. And I honestly believe that God is constantly speaking to us, and the principles of the Bible are alive and well today. And it's not just meant for, 100 years ago, 500 years ago, 2,000 years ago, but it's valid, it's living, and it's current. And so if we begin to search those things out and seek God, even in his word, man, he's going to do something amazing and incredible in and through you, in and through me. But it's really going to take us to have a proper perspective in order for that to happen. Again, my name is Jonathan Cunningham, aka PJ at the Point, and I can't wait to see you all next week.